You might got a lot of niggas, but how many ride? How many of them was down when shit was on the line? You was in the trenches and you ain't have a dime. Your real niggas held you down time after time. When I'm throwing my bows, my niggas throwing with me. Ain't even have to ask, just beat their ass swiftly. If I'm down 100 or if I'm up 50, my niggas is around, and that's what uplift me. I just got to get closer. I mean,
yeah, purple tape.
Let the tea talk for me. You know why? Because I got my messy ass room in the background. I don't want to. You know what I mean? So what's going on?
Same old. How you?
I'm good, man. We starting off every episode with technical difficulties. That's gonna be like the new theme song and shit. Me like, hello.
That's how it be. As long as I edit it, we good. They don't need to know.
Right, exactly. trying to minimize. Yeah. But you know, the laptop is the way to go. I need to when everybody's asleep, that's when I gotta be on the phone. But
yeah.
We here, we purple taped up. Shout to Ray. I bought this shit the day his new album came out. You know,
word.
Yep. I bought it like that same like
you the type of fan. You the type of fans hip hop artists need, man. Like
yo, man. Yo, they be getting bread off the merch, man, on some shit.
I mean, that's what music is really about. It's funny because we were making all these CDs and shit. Like, why we not making money? Because you selling CDs, nigga. They want stuff. The fuck.
Yo, man, it's really underrated how much money these cats make off of merch. And you know, Griselda and them really kind of made it clear. You know what I mean?
What kind of put me on to that part of the gang was Double XL. Back when the freshman list was fire, and they always asked like
when it was fire, because it's not no more.
But they always asked, "What else are you doing?" And I've seen a lot of, like, most of the artists had some other type of real grind going on. You know what I mean? Not just a clothing line. Even they had merch also, but they also had some other type of grind going on. And no, it was that. It just showed like, the music, anybody can make music because all the other stuff. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I said, this is we back. We talking about rap.
Talk about rap.
We're a couple combos in, and I don't think people know who we are. Not that they care, not that they need to know, but hey, I want to talk. So fuck it.
No doubt.
Yeah, on some not really who we are, but more so like our taste in music. So I was thinking maybe a top 5 and a fave 5, because most of our lists are fave 5 opposed to top 5s. You know what I mean? So I don't want people to get confused by that. We're like, oh no, he ain't that nice. Like, that's my fave 5. That's why I named it. But we will also give y'all our top 5, just our GP. How that sound good with you?
Yeah, we can roll with it.
All right, you want to go first? You want me to set it off? Or we can just run right through it. Ain't no big thing.
Yeah, you set it off on this one.
All right, my 5, no particular order. Big. This is top 5, yeah. Big, Hov, M, Rakim, and J. Cole.
Interesting.
It's definitely between KRS and Rakim, because they were like my first like favorite rappers who were doing more with words back in the day, if that makes sense. Like, first time I heard syllables was like Rakim. You know what I mean? The stuff that I heard KRS One were doing. So it's definitely between them two. M, I'm not gonna get on my stand shit. Y'all know how much of a fan I am of that guy.
But see, they don't know because we're only seven episodes in.
That's true, but you know what I mean? Hopefully these are people that have seen my other podcasts and they know that, like my nigga Deuce will tell you, I for some reason have an affinity for white folks. So we have a top 5 white rappers going on. That list is coming up also, just because I want to do it.
We got to do that.
Yeah.
We got to do that.
Yeah, like I said, M is completely different. Hov is more of a respect thing. Big, it only took him 2 hours to show y'all he better than y'all. And Cole, I know he's the latest, but it's more of the fact that every single time I think he's like so much better than he was the last time I hear him, the next time I hear him, he's better. And I don't understand what he did to get better. Like, I don't understand what part of the game he did to get better. It just, he sounds better. So, yes, that's my top 5.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah, so that's a weird word, but go
ahead. Yeah, interesting with Cole and Eminem. Like, I know we've talked about it, but I want to hear more about it when we get it. I mean, to be honest, man, like, for people that feel like you got to explain or justify Eminem, like, guess what? I don't. Like, I don't feel like I need to explain or justify that shit. Like, I think when you talk about just off legendary status, like he's obviously like super, super legendary. He's a pioneer. He's done so much for hip hop music. You know,
And the
let
skill,
somebody
like the actual
and
skill, like it just.
also actual rapping. Like listen to him rap, you know what I'm saying? But it's like I feel like that gets so lost. It's like you got to have some other kind of criteria or something. And he also has that. You know what I'm saying? Like ask anybody whose music was in 8 Mile what he's done for hip hop. Or not 8 Mile, yeah. Like the royalties that people got from 8 Mile, you know, like Mobb Deep and OC, like that shit fed people for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like his contributions to hip hop is always just so A1. You know what I mean? It's always just, you know, recognizing his place in the game and you know, never sort of stepping out, even though he's just been such a big star. He never acted like one, you know, I always got a lot of love for him. So my top five would be Nas, of course. Nas, Black Thought, Jay-Z, Big for sure. And my fifth spot I'm gonna give to Drake. My fifth spot has always been open. I always had Ghostface in there for a while. But I think Drake, just for me, like if I'm gonna be honest, like if you know that shit that iTunes and Spotify does where they send you the shit that you've listened to the most. You know what I'm saying? Like the dude is always in there for me. So it's like I could lie, but you could also just look at my phone and my phone will tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? And uh, you know, I think that dude is much more of a talented writer and producer than anybody is willing to give him credit for. You know, he does a lot of this when he takes his pictures. You know,
And he
people don't
gives you
like that.
reason. He gives you reason to dislike him. Yes.
I knew from the very first 106 in Park appearance that I saw him do a long time ago that I was like, oh no. It's like, yo, he's kind of corny. You know what I'm saying? I knew that from a while ago. But I just feel like as far as a writer, you know, he has this blemish on him for collaborating. And it's funny because my guy Sci-Hi did an interview where they asked him a lot about the ghostwriting. And I think he did a lot of, I wouldn't say sidestepping, but he was like, I don't think y'all understand. He said, I'm a proofreader. He said, I'm not a ghostwriter. I'm more like a proofreader. But you know, obviously he's
That's a
downplaying
bar.
what he actually does, right? And you would expect somebody like him to say that. If Skills was sitting in the room with us right now, Skills would be like, he would probably be like, yeah, I understand what he means, right? Somebody who really does that shit. And you know, basically, Sci-Hi was like, there's no other genre where we expect one person to get in the room with the engineer and be by himself and be the whole show. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody, look at Beyonce's writing credits. Look at the writing credits of all the top artists, and they're always, you know, lengthy, and it's because of the type of production it is. But for some reason, hip hop, we can't be expected to be a production.
I mean, it's
And
kind of like everything else in our community. We are our worst enemy. Like
right,
it really is like that.
crabs in the barrel, make sure it's dungeon. You know,
Yeah.
he said that in his first line. You know what I'm saying? And so for Drake, you know, he has this little blemish about collaborating with that artist, but it's like there's nobody also talks about the collaborations that he's done with other people, the amount of times that he wrote for Kanye, and the amount of times that he wrote for Alicia Keys and 40
Bro,
40 his producer
my favorite Alicia Keys song.
is his song
I had no idea.
is yo, because you can
And
hear
it's
him in the
funny.
background.
I'm about to say this shit. You can hear him in the background.
Unthinkable, yeah.
Once I heard that, I'm like, oh yeah, now you hear him loud and fucking clear. Yeah,
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 and 40 made the beat. Yeah,
yeah.
and 40 has said it multiple times. He was like, y'all don't understand the amount of production that he does on these records. He's like, because he doesn't take props for it. Nobody mentions it. He's not on the production credit. He's like, but all these joints that I produce, we really produce together. Like, it's really more like him telling me what to do and I make the sound happen. Or I'll tell him. That's where the proofreader shit rang out to me, because he was like, yo, he'll tell me he doesn't like a sound, or I'll tell him that I don't like the sound, or whatever. Those two, we said we're gonna do a 5 soon about producer and writer collabos and who are top in that group, and I feel like those two definitely belong there. He did, a lot of people didn't see it because there's way too much content and he was in the middle of getting bombed on, so nobody wanted to see it. But that website that he put out, did you ever see that website that he put out that had all those clips on there? There's way too many clips for anybody to see. It's a million clips, but if you did watch them, there's some of them that show the writing process, and there's one for Over My Dead Body, which is like one of my favorite songs that he has. It might be my favorite Drake song. And with Over My Dead Body, the singer, who apparently is a big singer in Canada, or she's a big singer and I just don't know who she is, she came through, and like, I think she might have written the riff, like the piano, but and they was like, yo, play that, and then when she went in there and sang, you can see her singing and him arranging the singing. Like, he's in the booth being like, yo, she's taking direction from him, like, yo, like this, and I want to say that he might have wrote the lyrics, and he's giving her the direction, like, no, sing it like this or whatever. And arrangement for singing is super important.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can have a dope singer that can sing really well, and if they're off key, or if their cadences aren't right, the shit is wild. And so for Drake, who's a rapper and a singer, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit matters. And I just think that as a writer, he doesn't get enough props. And also, the bars are stupid. Like, all his timestamp records is when he's really flexing.
That's what I've always said when they talk about the fact that he don't write. I'm like, yo, all this timestamp bars, he's somewhere that you ain't gonna never go to. Those are just sound like a person just writing, so you know that's him. Far as your Fav5, I'm assuming he's on that too.
Yeah, absolutely. He's one of I would say he's like my favorite artist of the last 20 years. Like, as far as new artists that have come out since he's come out, which is almost 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, he would be the one that I listen to the most. I really like Donald Glover a lot. I really think Childish Gambino is.
Is this are you going through your list now, or that was just a random?
Not like, because it's hard for me to separate who I think is my top 5 versus my favorite 5. I think it's going to be very similar.
I did it just because I wanted to say a bunch of names of rappers I like. I'm not gonna lie. Yo, we're not gonna make it to the nicest joint, but I got 15 names, so I got 3 different lists. So we could just have that for the duration of this of these episodes, dog. I got lists for days, bro. As far as
the nicest dudes that we haven't mentioned.
Yeah, I got 15 of them. I have time. Yo, I'm a fan of this, dog. I'm a fan.
I've been waiting to get this off so much, and so to clarify, what we're saying is, on this show, we are now 7 episodes in, but there are names that haven't gotten said, and these names are egregious that we haven't said them. So we don't have to do a whole explanation.
I would say these are just nice ass dudes that I feel like need more eyes on them. But then there's like 4 of them that is egregious that I haven't said by now. If that makes sense.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
But my Fav5, I'm gonna go ahead and knock them out real quick. Nick F, Richmond.
Yeah.
I ain't got a shout to y'all. Meth was my first favorite rapper. Like, it's just,
we haven't said his name. He's one of them.
Yes, he could have been, because his collabs with RJ Payne remind me that Meth is dumb nice.
Meth is dumb
RJ
nice.
Payne is like bars. Any track that Meth is on, it's not like he mimics the person's style that he's on. But if you're on bars, he's gonna get on bars. If you're on swag, he can adapt to anything and still be himself. But Cole made the list again because he's one of my, like, he just fave. Phonte, you already know that. Like, that's like, he's different. The The fifth
belongs
spot
on any
because
list.
there's two of them because I just like saying names. 38 Special and Don Trip are like they round up my favorite five. Like those 6/5 people are my favorite. And like I said, it's damn near different, completely different than my top. Because you know what I mean, with top it's more about what you've done, so to say, and what people
Right.
respect you
Your
for.
accomplishments.
Yeah, and Fave
Yep.
5 is like, yo, what I like, even though I feel like my fave are lyrically and skillly on par with my top. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mine's is close. Nas, Jay-Z, and Black Thought are going to be consistent on anything that I say. Like I just can't take them off any list.
Mm-hmm.
And Drake, belongs up there for me, so it's not going to be different. I really love Sci-Hi. Like I really just obviously he's moving around a lot lately, and I think he's been at the top. I feel like I brought him into existence almost. Like I think it just kind of coincided with when he was going to come out. But we've been talking about him since the first episode. And Big Pun. Big Pun is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Like I feel like again a little bit cheat. We got cheated from what he would ultimately have been. But it's one of those dudes that I think he did enough to cement his legacy that nobody would really. You don't have to explain. Just like Eminem, it's like you don't really have to explain Big Pun. Like just one of the dopest dudes that there is. And shout out to you bringing up Phonte because he's one of those ones, man. Like I'd love to just make up some kind of category just so I can mention that dude, man.
And
Like
funny
the
thing
level of
about it,
talent is just another level. He's just so
funny thing
different.
about it, did you see the Little Brother documentary?
Nah, I just saw him promoting it again, and it's on YouTube. I need to watch that shit.
They spoke.
I need to see the video, Music Box documentary. I need to
Mhm.
see so many documentaries that I missed. I gotta catch the video, Music
But I
Box joint.
remember on there they spoke about. I don't know whether Drake said it himself, but they spoke about Fonte basically. I can say basically being Drake before Drake was out here, but like what he did.
Drake, I think Drake has mentioned it actually. Yes, and yeah, and I think he backpack. When his shit was sounded a little bit more backpacker back
Mm,
then, that he drew a lot of inspiration off of Fonte. I believe he actually said his name.
yeah, yeah, and it's funny
Yeah,
because it's like you're such a fan of Little Brother, and then you end up getting with Foreign Exchange and hearing that whole
I
other
love their shit.
swag.
I
It's
love
like
their
yeah,
shit.
like and that goes to the artist that he is. You know what I mean?
He has a remake. He has a remake of the Sade. Oh my God, I got it right here. I couldn't love you more. I don't know if you're a
Mm,
big Sade fan,
yeah, yeah.
but I couldn't love you more. Oh man, they do it. First of all, the idea that Fonte was Drake before Drake, and obviously I just said he's my favorite, is a slight to Fonte because Drake can't never touch Fonte. Like, I'm sorry. Like, maybe lyrically they could spar. Maybe lyrically, Drake, I know Drake's pen is there. Drake cannot sing with Fonte
Yeah,
at all.
yeah.
Like, that's not
Marvel
even
Fonte
close.
or Percy.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Like no, sir. He cannot sing with him. And
Oh
and the
shit.
level of creativity and just the intelligence, like I just really respect the way Fonte moves around, and his the album that you've heard his albums, I'm sure,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
He has the joint about where he's talking about his father's genes, right, and the genetics of his father and him having like weight problems. I believe expensive genes. That's what it's called. The joint change of mind. With Freddie Gibbs is the so help me God, I'll
Oh my
murder you
goodness,
niggas. Like, so help me
nigga.
God. Yo,
Hey, look, Fonte
I
has
felt
one of the
threatened. I felt
yeah.
threatened. I was like, all right, bro, like relax. I'm good.
Fonte has
You
one
got
of
it.
the greatest lines. And I'm pretty sure like it's a quote from like the world, but it's like one
Yeah.
of the greatest lines that just sums up a man's life when he says, "A woman's life is love, and a man's love is life."
Mm.
Like that's just such a
Which joint is that
fucking
from?
bar. Like
Which
that's
joint is
just
that from?
yeah.
He got a joint where where he's like, something about, man, I ain't going. He's like, I just take it home, Fonte. Take it
Yes,
home.
yes.
It's 4 a.m, man. Only thing open is legs and hospitals.
Yeah, because that's the same thing. He was like, married men would kill for some time alone, and single men would do the same for a home
For a
cooked meal.
warm meal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
for
like
a home
yeah,
cooked meal.
it is like so you that nice and you got some sense with this shit and you a fucking artist. It's like you're the full
It's
fucking
just the way
package
he
and like
moves around.
hip
It's
hop don't
just the
really
way he
respect
moves
like
around.
and it's like one of them artists you wish more eyes would have been on because it's some artists you wish more eyes would have been on, but you don't know what would have happened to them. I feel like Fonte
Yeah.
would have still been the same motherfucker. You know what I mean? I
And
don't
the
know these people. I
Roots,
can put it like that, but I feel like
when the Roots died, I mean, when Malik B died, the Roots, Black Thought has always been a collaborator. He's always you notice when you go through the albums that obviously Malik B was on a lot of these records, and on How I Got Over, Fonte was on there. Is it twice? Yeah, Fonte was on there twice. Made some real dope appearances on How I Got Over. You know what I'm saying? Like some shit where you're like, yeah, man, like I need to hear more of this shit right here. You know what I'm saying?
That's the beautiful thing about Fonte. I think to this day, I still be finding stuff from back in the day that he did with the artists, like collabs, like that I didn't know
Yeah,
anything about. Like it's just so amazing. Like yeah,
I respect the way he moves around. And so let me. So the guys that we have that I specifically feel like just need to get mentioned. I don't think I think people should realize it now, but do people understand how nice Nems is?
yo,
Nems is he's nice.
yeah,
He's nice. Like like his freestyles. I don't know if he's coming off the head or not. It sounds
okay,
like
so
he kind of
okay,
is.
so maybe I need to peep more freestyle because I fuck with him being an artist that's has an personality and he's nice. I didn't know
I
like
love his
when it
brand.
comes
I
to
love
like,
his brand.
but when it comes to you coming to a radio station, a freestyle type shit, like that's a whole nother level of niceness. So let me
He
check
has
that
his
out.
own show on Sirius. He has just it's called Disrespect Radio, and he doesn't do a lot of freestyling. From what I understand, the posts that I see of him rhyming, he'll be like on a tour bus, so he'll be like somewhere. If you don't follow, you catch his shit on IG. He's nice, man.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
actually like he's not just like with the disrespectful "fuck your life" blah blah blah
yeah.
shit. Like he can actually rhyme his ass off. Um, Makami, Makami came out of nowhere, and I know a lot of people knew who he was. I did not know who he was, and I would feel like a majority of people didn't know who he was when Pray for Paris came out. And Pray for Paris was arguably album of the year in 2023 or 2024, whenever that shit came out. He blew everybody's face off. Him and Conductor, that shit was a masterpiece. And then he has the other one after that. I believe it's called Rich Ass Haitian. My Kami is not as nice as anybody,
Mm.
and I say that confidently. And I mean Saha. I mean anybody who is anybody. My Kami's right there, and he does the Haitian flow. All his song names have Haitian accents and shit, and he speaks in Haitian. He's got all kinds of different flavor, different textures that nobody really has. Like Wyclef touched on the Haitian shit, but Mock just way on another level with that because he's way nicer. These dudes, Coast Contra.
Yo, when you said something about the style mixing up, I was like, what Coast Contra? As far as the Spanish or whatever, that's what made me think
Yo,
of that. They fucking nice.
you know that, and you know that there's twins, right?
I had
And
no
that the
idea.
twins,
I
they're
never
either
know who
brothers
the
or they're
fuck. I never know
twins.
who the fuck is rapping.
I want to say, yeah, that's a dope part about them, right? I love the choreography that they do, which is crazy. They're just sitting at the table, and like one dude will point the guns and the other ones will duck, and they do wild shit like that. So two of them are brothers, and they're Razzcast's sons.
I
Did you
had
not know
no idea.
this?
No, not at all.
Yeah, man.
Damn.
Razzcast and Tidra Moses. That
Wow.
fine
The
ass,
fuck.
yeah, fine ass Tidra Moses.
Damn.
That's is their moms. Yep. And I want to say that they're twins. I'm not sure, but they're definitely brothers. And two of them are not the Colombian one, but two of them are Razzcast's sons.
That's crazy.
And as far as young cats, I don't know that there's any young cats that are fucking with those four. Like those dudes
that's another
are nice.
We got a top 25. We got a top 5 under 25 list coming soon too. I like that.
I'd be very excited. Obviously, you know I fuck with Akeem Ali. You put me on to Akeem Ali. If we're gonna talk, I don't know how old he is. I know he's a new cat. I think he's super nice. Obviously, I feel disgusted that I didn't talk about BIG as a storyteller. I have a whole ass playlist. It's a long playlist. I've been making it for years of all just my favorite hip hop shit because I just want to be able to press play and leave it alone when I'm in the gym. And I got a story to tell is the first one I put on there. And I didn't mention him in our stories list. It's ridiculous. Papoose, shout to Papoose. This is Papoose. Gets in his car. He looks mad bored. He's driving around. And he gives you like 60 bars of the nastiest fucking shit. And he looks like unamused, just like, yo, man, I'm just gonna tell y'all this shit real quick. Spits he not giving himself props for it. He's not like, he's just like, yo, man, I'm just gonna hit y'all with this shit.
I like this show because I'm never going to let. I like this show because I'm never going to let a music take. Like you know, a lot of times something pops in your head, like I'm gonna let it slide. No, I'm gonna say all my music thoughts. I don't like Pap. Pap gives me that vibe of you know how they say battle rappers can't make albums or songs.
Yeah.
Pap gives me that vibe because I will get bored real quick. I will get bored with Pap real quick. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. I get bored with Pap.
Tell me, your brother said he doesn't like Joel Ortiz anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. I would love to let him speak for himself, but I feel like social media does a lot for artists that you used to like. And I don't know whether that's the case with him. I stopped liking Joel and Crooked after the Royce and Button situation, the whole Slaughterhouse breakup or whatever. And
you didn't like how they was moving?
Then they decided to come out with a CD with the Slaughterhouse name and all that shit. And you got a little bit of the behind the scenes conversation about this shit because all of them ended up on different type of joints. So I guess from that,
it was hard to watch.
Yeah, I think I had to pick a side or whatever, but yeah, I didn't like. So I don't like them too. And then they came over the album was very subpar. So like the fuck, yeah.
Yeah. I can't argue with nothing you just said.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Shit, that's another convo. We talking about rap. Yeah. Till next time.
My niggas out of line, get them right on sight. Down to fight, first to strike. Niggas for life on my life. You niggas got riders, I got right beside you. Pick a thing, get it in. My city bred survivor. Your homies down the rumble. Let you wail, watch you fumble. My niggas keep me humble. Keep it real, let me stumble. I love my niggas, no mumble. And the feelings mutual.
Are you a black business owner? Are you a black business supporter? Or maybe you're a black business owner supporting other black businesses? Are you supporting a black business owner whose business is supporting the business of being black? Whether you own it, support it, or live it, rock the shirt that says it all. Available now. Because we just don't do business. We are the business. Yeah, you're here, but in case you didn't know, Monday, recaps drop. Big plays, big moments, we talking about it all. Wednesdays, 4 for 10. Real convos from the flag field to behind the lens. Thursdays, cousins talking business, hustle, heart, and game plans. Saturday, we talking about rap, bars, beats, real hip-hop convos. Subscribe now. Content moving all week, and you don't want to miss none of it. Now, Talm Bout.